Hello, this LP3 training video is an overview of the loan register, drawer register, and closing screens. So to access the loan register, you can click on Today's Business. Today's Business brings up the loan register. This is the beginning of the day. There's nothing actually in the loan transaction section or much of the total transaction section, the totals for the loan, except for outstanding balance, the number of accounts, and then your starting cash, which is the cash in your cash drawer. Those items are in the beginning of the day. And let's go ahead and take a look at the drawer register. And another way to get to the loan register, other than Today's Business, which is the quickest, you can click on Accounting, View Documents, and Loan Register. We're going to go ahead and pull up the drawer register and compare. So Accounting, and then Drawer Register. The loan register and the drawer register looks similar when you start the business day. The exception is the loan register has outstanding balance and number of accounts, and the drawer register does not. So this is what it looks like at the beginning of a business day, meaning the last business day was closed out and you don't have any transactions currently. Let's take a look at what the screens look like when you actually have information at the end of a business day when you've had a full day's worth of transactions. So loan register, go ahead and come down here. Go ahead and click on the loan register, come down here at the bottom, and we're going to go ahead and do a specific date. So you can do today, you can enter a date, you can do recent reports or date ranges. Go ahead and pull up recent reports. It'll give us a list of the dates that closed and had a snapshot of loan and drawer register. Let's go ahead and do the 26th and select. So now we're going to have, under the loan register, we're going to have all the loan transactions for that specific day. And then we're going to have transaction totals that actually match for that day. And this was the last closing day before today. Let's go ahead and pull up drawer register and do the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do a recent report, and it gives all the latest closings. And go ahead and choose the same day, which is 2/26, and select. So the differences between the beginning of the day and the end of the day. The beginning of the day, you start off fresh, no transactions in there. You will have closed the previous day or whichever day you closed. You should be closing every day. It could be that if you didn't close for a day or a week, it would be the last closing is what we just pulled up. So if we look at loan register, we have transactions here and we have totals. We also have outstanding balance and number of accounts. We come over here to drawer register. We also have the loan transactions. We have the totals. And then down at the bottom, we have the drawer and bank debits and credits additionally. So the drawer register at the end of the day will contain all the information that the loan register does, plus all the debits and credits for your cash drawer and your bank balance. Now I'm going to do a separate video for the loan transactions and transaction totals and how the transactions make up those totals. And I'm also going to do a separate video that covers each of the debits and credits underneath your drawer and your bank balance. But this video is an overview of these sections, and I'll go more in depth into each of these in a separate video. So how did we go from no information in the loan register and no information in the drawer register to the end of the day and all of these entries have been made? Well, as you go through the day and you do new loans, or you do former borrower loans, or you do renewals where you don't give cash back to the customer, or where you do give cash back to the customer, or in full payoffs and NSF and payments, as you go through the business day, the loan register will show each of those transactions for the loan types. And then these totals will add also as you go through the day. Additionally, for drawer register, how did we get the drawer and bank transactions? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our closing screen. So we have accounting and closing. And just keep in mind that only one person should be in closing, and that you can come into the closing screen and do your transactions during the day. You don't have to wait till the end of the day. Just make sure that um, at the end of the day, when you do your closeout, that nobody's in the software, and to prevent not having those transactions be at your end of day closing. So I'm gonna go ahead and come in here. Everybody's logged out of the software. So in order to get these drawer and bank transactions, uh, it will show any of the loans that you do for the day, or the new loan form bar renewal. It'll show if you wrote checks out to people. But then you might additionally need to do withdrawals and debits, check, voucher, cash in. Well, in the closing screen, you have a miscellaneous income, withdrawals, deposits, check, voucher, and cash in. Well, if you wrote a check out for a utility, if you withdrew some money from the bank, if you deposited some money to the bank, if you wrote other checks out from your account, you definitely want to keep track of all those so your bank balances match through debits and credits that are not just loan transactions. And those are done in closing. The first screen of closing, you would actually add each of those entries: miscellaneous income, withdrawals, deposits, so forth, which then make up the remaining transactions here for check, voucher, cash in, deposits, miscellaneous income. That's the first screen of the closing right here. You add those. After you've added those up, you'll continue closing, you'll count your cash drawer, and you'll enter the amount that's in your cash drawer here, and you continue closing, and then it will create the snapshot of loan register, drawer register, period report, things like that at the end of the day. So you can go back and take a look and see exactly what transactions happened for a specific day, and make sure that you're balanced with your bank account, because you did all not only loan transactions, but also the drawer and bank transactions too. So at the end of the day, if you've done everything correctly and you can audit your bank account, you will match in your drawer and you will match in your bank account. And if you don't, that means that you forgot to add something or possibly entered something wrong. Most of the time, if you've entered all the transactions correctly, both should match, and you can audit your bank account and the loan software together to make sure that they do. And this is the loan register and the drawer register, and then the closing screen, which actually allows you to add the remaining drawer transactions before you close out the end of the day. Now, I'm not going to enter that now. This is an overview of that section. As I said, I will go into these loan transactions and the totals, and the drawer and bank balance section too in detail in a separate video. Thank you very much. Have a good day.